Privilege Friday is a simple system, really high. Early here, and if we really break it down, it's pretty basic, you know? Once a month you get to leave early with good grades and no missing work. But if we do want to go into a little more detail, we discover that it's not so direct and a bit more diverse. Privilege Fridays happen once a month on, you guessed it, Friday. This lets people leave 40 minutes before the end of school during our carnival time. Only those who have earned that privilege are allowed to leave early. To gain said privilege, you must not be failing any of your classes, so no Fs, Ds, or LOPs. You also can't have any missing work. And all of this needs to be taken care of at the end of Tuesday, the Tuesday of the week, you know, the Privilege Friday. And if you decide to skip the Privilege Friday, you'll be sent to night school. What's your opinion on the general topic of Privilege Fridays?
As a senior, like, it doesn't really pertain to me because I have senior release, but I think it's a good idea, you know, to incentivize the students just like to work hard, not get any missed assignments so they can get some time off, you know? Like, it just shows that like hard work will pay off, you know?
I think that it could be pretty okay sometimes. It's just I can't leave because I have like things to do after school, so I just kind of just like wait in the locker room or something. So sometimes it can be boring, sometimes it's just, it is what it is.
Huh, it's me, completely different person. Now, early out Fridays is a good idea. Kids get to leave school, but it's got its flaws. Like, if you miss one day, you get sent to night school, which is like 2 hours long and not comparable to the 45 minutes you missed.
I'm in favor of it. If the student is doing well in all their classes, they have all their work in, they should be allowed to leave, and that way the classrooms will be less crowded and they'll be able to work with those who are struggling.
What do you feel about its requirements?
I think they're pretty fair, you know? No missing assignments, like no Fs. I think a lot of the school, like teachers, they're trying to tone down on like assignments and homework just because like we have A and B days. So I think it's a bit fair now.
I think they're fair. The requirements are pretty, like, they're not harsh, I'd say.
The requirements are reasonable, you know? If you get good grades, you get your work turned in, they get to leave. But the thing is, the problem is, if you don't, you gotta do it by Tuesday. Shouldn't it be like Wednesday or something? Like the middle of the week? It'd be more fair. It'd give students more time, you know?
I think they're okay. Yeah, you shouldn't be letting kids leave if they're getting a below average grade in the class. I've heard some kids griping about the fact that they have to stay for D's even though they're passing. I think it's a privilege. You should earn it. You should probably try to strive for more than below average work.
Do you prefer this year's structures or last's?
I prefer this year, mostly because like I know last year, like a lot of juniors, like a lot of kids in my grade, we were kind of going through it with all the new homework and classes. So I think the study hall at the end of the day actually helps a lot.
I don't prefer one or the other, you know? That's my catchphrase, by the way. I don't prefer one or the other. You know, they're both equivalent. You get more card time out of this one too, really. 40 minutes with the new schedule. It's pretty cool.
The fact that the requirements to leave on Friday are more rigorous. One suggestion, if it works, why not do it more often? Why not do it twice a month instead of just once?
Do you feel it could appear less or more often?
Privilege Fridays, I think right now it's fine. Like if you do too much, it might get oversaturated. If you do too little, then what's even the point of doing it? So I think right now it's pretty good.
I think that it could appear more often because I mean, it's like only once a month, I think. So more often would be okay, but then again, it's like I can't get out anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Early on Fridays, it's gonna be more or less often, you know? It's not that special. They're more equivalent to Mondays, but they do give students a chance to make up work, which is pretty cool, you know?
I would say, yeah, once every 2 weeks wouldn't be bad. Try it out, try something new, see if the kids enjoy it, see if they respond to it.
How do you feel students can effectively use their time?
I I think they're okay. Yeah, you shouldn't be letting kids leave if they're getting a below average grade in the class. I've heard some kids griping about the fact that they have to stay for D's even though they're passing. I think it's a privilege. You should earn it. You should probably try to strive for more than below average work.
If you could change one thing about it, what would it be?
If I can change one thing, I know back then if we had like early on Fridays, the whole school day would be shorter. Obviously, like this way, the way that we're doing it right now, where you just don't have to go to Cardinal time, I think it's a good idea. But you know, I just feel bad because like back then, we'd have like 30-minute periods and we'd go home.
Getting out earlier than just card time, because card time is just like you're already not really doing much. So
If I could change one thing about it, I'd probably change the fact that work isn't accepted after Tuesday, you know? I'd make it like Wednesday, like I said before. Oh, and I personally would like it longer, but we could take it or leave it, you know?
I think in order to get buy-in from the student population, especially the students that we're trying to reach, make it a longer time. Longer time, maybe a bit more often. Right now, it's less than 45 minutes on Friday. I'm just afraid that after the first couple of times, there won't be the buy-in that there would be if it were like, say, an hour and a half on Friday. Also, that would give teachers more time to work with students. Last year during the early on Fridays, it was a long day, and I would be able to work with students one-on-one for about a couple hours on those early on Fridays, and that made a difference to some folks who are struggling. So, I don't know. I guess if I could make a suggestion, maybe have it more often, and maybe extend the time.
So in conclusion, the reviews are in. People love Privilege Fridays. It's got problems, like everything does, but we can fix them one day. Until next time, this is Earl E. flocking off. Do not question the hairstyle.